Ready when you are. Okay, welcome to this week's episode of The Adventures of the Red Bane Guild! Yay. And last we left off, you intrepid adventurers left Berevik and headed southwest toward Mount Yardenfell to seek Valthus the Smith. On the road you encountered a small party of fauns and a human, who you learned had been conscripted to fight in the war against Oslikov in the west. You learned as well...
Everyone else doing it.
That little mic was going.
There's a big spike there. Sorry.
It's okay, you won't be listening to it.
Who had been conscripted to fight in the war against Oslikov in the west. You learned as well that a woman named Fionn Byrne, daughter of the Jarl of Blackrock, has been granted full control of the armies of Caswin to fight off the Oslikovian threat. And that she has demanded the conscription of not only humans, but now fauns, orcs, and half-orcs alike are being called away from their villages to fight on the front for Caswin. This news carried much weight for one of you. Continuing on your way, you were ambushed by a group of frost-haunt spiders who proved to be too wily and strong, and you were forced to flee lest you perish in their webs. And at last, you passed through the two mountain gates and arrived at Sinvelir. So there you find yourselves, having just passed through the arch that marks the entrance to the town, and seeing there the 8 large buildings, 4 on each side, kind of forming a corridor down the center of town, where you see people milling about there. I believe it's evening time?
Probably.
Yes, it's evening time now.
Because we had to search for the horses and...
Correct.
Yeah.
The road continues on down through the center of town, and up at the rear, there's a larger hill that rises up on the top. There's a long house, much bigger than the other buildings. And at this point of night, they're beginning to light torches down the fronts of houses, and you see lights coming on in the windows. So, there you are. What do you do?
So we... Oh, yeah.
Yes, my crudely drawn map there. You will... It's very pretty, but you will find the names of the places labeled there. There's a general store, stables and animal goods, wood and leathercraft kind of place, jeweler, clothing place, a distiller and a tavern, and a apothecary. You'll see these things as you begin marching through town.
Is there an inn? Lodging of some sort?
You look around and make a perception check. Everybody make perception checks.
Shall perceptify.
Like most of the, might be everything at the longhouse.
13.
13?
something in a memento. A 9.
Alright.
That's so sad.
You two, you look around, and yeah, you can see some of the signs. It's still light enough that you see on the left side. As you look down, the first has a sign that says Foothills Goods. The second says Higgison Brothers Stables and Animal Goods. The third says Enfina Wood and Leathercraft. And the fourth says Dworin's Treasure Crafters. And looking down the right side, on the first thing you see is the Sinvelir Crafters Guild. The second past that is a building with a sign that says the Golden Still. Past that is the Hammerhead Tavern.
Tavern, that's what that says.
Turn.
And past that is the apothecary. The bottle on the sign next to it says Marion's Remedies. And past that, the Longhouse. You two notice as well, the Bew is just kind of looking down at the ground. He's slightly dragging behind you, and he appears very distracted. He's not even, doesn't even look at the buildings, really, just kind of stands there.
You, keep up or get left behind.
Yeah.
I guess I go to, let's, should we check out the tavern first?
Yep.
Get more information there.
All right, so you walk down the left side of the, the right side, past the Crafters Guild, the Still, and to the third building, which is large, just like the ones in the picture, but this one has a very high peaked roof. Looks like it's a couple of stories of inn rooms and such. Very large, wide building. You see lights in the windows, and as you get closer, you hear a faint sound of music coming from within. It has a large, arched double door at the front. And above, a sign with a hammer on each side that says Hammerhead Tavern.
I go in.
All right, you enter the inn. Inside, the first floor is a large common room. 6 pillars, 3 on each side, run down the center of it. You see on the left, there's a wide half-circle bar, behind which there is an ancient-looking dwarf with a worn face. He has wide eyebrows, curl in thin wisps, and his hair is worn in a ponytail behind his head. He's a large hooked nose that curls down over a pleasant, wrinkled face. He looks like he has a little bit of trouble seeing, and he has these thick, gnomish spectacles, and his eyes are so slightly milky. His beard kind of forks at the end, curls upward. He's got a barman's apron on, and he looks up, kind of adjusts the spectacles. Hello to all of you. Come into my tavern.
Hello.
Greetings. And as you walk in, you see the place is fairly busy. Even though the town looks smaller, looks to be a good amount of people in here. There is a very diverse race, mix of races here, more so than in the more homogeneously orcish places in the north. This seems to be sort of a mixing point, or a place that draws a lot of outsiders, maybe. You see a couple of fawns, more dwarves than you're used to here. Other mixture of humans and orcs. It's a pretty diverse place. And in the very center, down where in the middle of those 6 pillars, there's a large fire pit and benches all about, and it's filled. There's people with lutes singing songs and telling stories about the fire. It's all very cozy. What do you do?
I go up to the counter of the tavern keeper dude.
Hey, Dexter, come here, my boy. Come here. What can I get you?
I'll have an ale.
You want some hammer brew, I bet.
Ooh.
Special in-house made. If it's hammer brew. And you see a small human child runs in the back, brings back out your own personal cask. He goes, yes, you'll be having the whole thing, I think. That'll be 7 wood crown pieces, please.
Of course.
I only serve it in this size, really.
Yes.
Think you can handle that one, Worth?
You see the little kid.
Very rich clientele. He's selling 7 crowns.
I know.
You see the little kid behind him look up to you, and he goes,
So does it have a tap thingy already?
"Yep,
or-
little cask's already tapped and everything."
Walk
it over.
Alright, hand him 7 crowns.
Ah, yes, very good.
And I lift it up and I take a drink of it.
Hammer brew is very interesting. It's more. No, it's good. It's more spiced than normal ales. It tastes like a sort of a wintry, gives you a wintry feel. It's very herbal and bright, almost like a pale ale, kind of.
Disgusting. I was okay with it until that word.
Well, you're like, It's a little too floral for you.
Who knows? Maybe Wareth likes pale ale.
Does he?
I don't know. What do elves drink?
All kinds of stuff. Down there where you're from?
The dew from the leaves.
Down there where you down there where you're from, wine is common from the fields just south of Athmindach.
Okay.
And you get lots of Trenzian wines in over there too. So.
It's delicious. I'm
Yes it is.
a bit partial to wine, but this is quite refreshing.
Yeah, do you have any wine?
This is wonderful. Perhaps you could tell me where we might find lodging.
Oh, upstairs.
How much is it?
3 silver. Very cheap.
Alright, I guess. Shall we stay here tonight?
I don't think we have many options.
Where do you all hail from?
All over. We are from the Red Bane Guild.
Oh, that's a guild. Very good, very good. You, my dear friend, your accent, you come from South Arrock?
Yes.
That's where I'm from.
Oh.
Lovely. What clan are you with? Oh, Ashenford. That's wonderful.
Yes, the Ashenford.
Well, I am Gambin the Hammer Cronin of Clan Cronin. Do you want to know why they call me the Hammer?
Yes, please.
Lord.
He just giggles. No one ever says yes to that.
Good job, man.
And he just laughs.
Well, that was pointless.
No, that was quite enough. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, yes. Well, anyhow, I pay up and I'll give you a key to your room.
They 3 or 6?
3 silver for you, for each of you per night.
I plopped down 9 silver.
Thank you. Punk. Pops down a key. Yes, upstairs. 2nd floor. We have 2 floors in rooms. Yeah, it's very expansive. And yes, you are on the 2nd floor. 3rd door on the left.
3rd door on the left.
3rd door on the left.
Short one, do you have spirits by chance?
Yeah, I have a bit of spirits. What do you got? Pulls out a bottle. Bang. It's a bit of mead. You like mead, probably. You're fun.
And do you like me? Do you have full bottles of this?
Yeah.
Tap a finger on it.
All right, a couple silver. Thank you.
Get a couple silver.
It's not Thornic mead. It's made, I don't know, in Berwick or somewhere, but it's still pretty good.
It does not matter. Thank you.
Yeah, can I help you with anything else tonight?
I will also take a hammer's brew.
Hamadru! He brings out a 2nd cask. There's like 7 gold. I love newcomers. I love them.
What would that be the equivalent of if we're kind of roughly?
$700.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's around $100.
Things run more expensive in this world, technically, then.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is,
It's not
that
like
is
I'm assuming it's not a 1-to-1 $100 for gold, but
You remember that whole essay I did for you all?
Yes, I do.
yeah.
That'd
But
be
it's been a
quite-
long time.
It roughly comes out to $100 is a gold piece. Mostly I base that off of unskilled labor is a couple silver a day, and unskilled labor at minimum wage would be $50 to $80 a day. So
But on the whole, it seems like in Sirius gold is worth a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
the way that like gold is used in these kind of games, it's gold is more like $10 is the way that it's used.
That's basically. He says, well, feel free to enjoy the inn, and we have plenty of good time, folks around here that sing and drink and tell you stories, and just enjoy yourselves.
Interesting. I thank you very much.
Yes!
I take my cask with me, what's left, and I want to take the horses down the street to the
Stables.
stables.
Yes, so you head out after drinking. Do you guys go with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll tag along. Yeah.
Okay, you all head out back into the night now, and the whole location is kind of lent a soft glow from the lights. That it's not a terribly wide street, so the torch lights kind of give off this soft glow to the whole area. Kind of not quite. It's almost as twilight, just all the time. And so you head down to the two Higgison Brothers Stables and Animal Goods. It says on the sign, and this one you see much more, tack and barrels and things with animal goods all on it in the front and sides. There is a fence, a fenced-in area on the right side of this building, where you currently see a human man with a long, coming to back, ponytailed mohawk, and on him he's got a warm tunic, a hood, and he's got this massive falcon on his sitting on his arm, wearing the falconer's gauntlet, and he says, "All right," and the falcon just launches off into the air. Kind of sees you all approaching. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you all tonight?
We are very tired from our journey. Our horses have been through a lot. We were hoping we could stable them here, at least for the night.
Yes, you absolutely certainly can.
Probably use a look over. We've been through some battle.
If you go on inside, yes, we certainly can take good care of them. If you go on inside, you will find Oswald. No, that's me. I'm Oswald. You will find Olaf. He is inside, my brother. I run this place with all of my brothers, 6 of us. So go inside, he will get you taken care of.
Go inside.
You will pause at the door. You will. I think I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Don't go get yourself killed or anything.
Not without us, anyway.
If you're gonna die, I want to be there.
Yeah, well, in the morning. We'll talk about that. What you're saying.
So, you guys head inside of the building, and you
Guy
watch.
too much silver then.
And you watch as you turn to the back, and he
Open the bottle. Opens it.
opens the bottle and takes a swig as he returns to the entrance of town. And inside, sitting at a desk, there's a guy, a man of average build, kind of copper red hair. He has a serpent tattoo around his neck. And he wears a variety of rings and has a pendant shaped like a hawk. And he says, good evening. What can I do for you, travelers, tonight?
We need stabling for the horses. They need looked over. We have 3 of them.
3.
3.
3 horses? Yes, we can stable them, no problem at all. That will be 2 gold.
Hand it to him.
Thank you, thank you. You will be requiring anything, shoeing or whatnot?
If you could look them over, we were attacked on the road. They could have been injured and we didn't notice.
We will see to their health. Do not worry. Included is all food, water, and anything they need. How long will they be here?
At least tonight. We don't know.
Well, when you return, we'll settle up. Thank you. And he gets up and heads outside with you. Very good. What are the names?
This one's name is Tinkerbell.
Hello, Tinkerbell. And yours?
Comet.
Hello, Comet. And you have a pack horse as well.
Yes.
All right, come. And he, it looks like he's very good with animals. He just kind of, they very willingly follow him around to the other side where the main stables are set up. He said, "You have a good evening now."
Thank you.
Oswald! Oswald, come on! Bring the falcon in, we've got some work to do. You hear the cry of a falcon in the distance. And Oswald's like, yeah, okay. Where do you head next?
I would like to go to this, what was the Golden Still again? That was the, okay, yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, the distillery.
Which one was the apothecary?
Marion's Remedies, just past the inn tavern.
I would like to go there. Is there anywhere you need to go, Mirwin?
Not really.
Okay, then.
I'm sure we'll go to all of these places
Perhaps.
tomorrow since, there's not that many places here to go.
So we're going to the old man atop the mountain, essentially, yes?
Basically.
How
That's the gist of it.
How far are we from that now? It's not...
You are looking up at the mountain.
Okay, so we're basically there.
You're in this little settled sort of valley at the base of it.
Base camp.
So you can look up and it is just this towering monolith above you.
Okay. So we've made it to the mountain, we just need to go to the old man.
Correct.
To the apothecary?
Yes.
All right.
We hit a loading screen, we gotta wait for...
You hit lots of loading screens in here. They're all over the place, and they stutter and buffer, but you know that by now. All right, so heading down to Marion's Remedies. You enter, and this is a huge apothecary store, much larger than even any you've been to yet. Though the place is smaller, this seems to attract a lot of business around here. There's many shelves and such full of all sorts of herbs, various jars full of who knows what. There's all kinds of, there's some large glass jars full of leeches and such. Just so many ingredients, pots with plants and herbs and such. And at the back, there's just a small table, and at it sits a fairly diminutive sized female orc. She looks up at you all as you enter. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. How can I help you all tonight? Welcome to my shop. I am Marion Lauterbach.
Pleasure to meet you. I am
Big pleasure.
Zavorth. I am looking for specifically healing. She sounded fancy when she introduced me. I wanted to sound...
Yes.
Yes.
Healing remedies. Are you ill?
Not yet.
Well, would you be prepared?
Yes.
Well, yes, I have various things for this. Let me see. She gets up and goes over to a large standing cabinet, pulls open, and she says, come look. Yes. I have various elixirs. I have Saviour's elixir, the Frosthaunt tonic, Heaven's blessing, the cheerful nightshades, and a few other things as well. I have some God's breath, slickback beetles, alchemists of fire, smoke bombs. I have small ones as well. You see these the small clay pot within is this dirt. It has healing properties. And the small worms that around in it, and you shove it into your wounds.
My
and
favorite running joke.
Yes, we're quite familiar with the worms
and
of
then
dirt.
heat your wounds up. You are adventurers, of course you are.
How much for a? Do you sell the Tearful Nightshade by the bulb?
I can indeed. A bulb will cost you 25.
I would like a bulb, a whole bulb.
There you are. And I'm sure you've been to. Have you been to my competitor in Beowulf? The old gnome man.
I look
Yes.
over at Merwin. Yes.
Yes.
I'll have you know that he's a cheat.
Really?
I have better prices on my elixir.
Oh.
I can give you a Savior's elixir for only 125.
Oh, that is a very good deal.
We will tell all when we meet.
Still what?
What does that do?
That heals 4d4 plus 4.
And in Berwick, it was 250 gold.
Like I told you, he's cheap.
Yes.
What a hack. And I have you know that he tells adventurers to go out and get his ingredients for them. Instead of paying
That guy.
Instead of paying for them from merchants like a normal person, and they always die. They die. That man is a hack.
Did we ever? We were gonna do that,
We were
weren't we?
thinking about doing something for him, and I think we said yeah, and then forgot all about him. I was just looking through my notes, like, weren't we doing something for him?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
because we left his shop and we
Then we got all into the Pure blood.
missing orcs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that
Kind of
was,
seemed a little bit more pressing than
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get something for this alchemist.
Yeah.
we needed troll saliva, a goblin's
morale
egg,
hunting.
and witch hazel for that.
Yeah. And then there was the whole quest board, and I was like, no, actually, there's pureblood, so.
Yeah,
But
let's
whatever.
forget all of these options. We're
Honestly,
doing
the
this
pure
now.
blood thing was more interesting than
I know.
going morale hunting.
It's totally my fault.
We don't know.
Yeah, no, we don't know.
Just
But
like
on the from our point of view, it sounded more interesting.
yeah,
It sounds more interesting.
I was excited to delve into those because I
Mhm.
remember doing all of the planning for Sobbin' Dog, and then like some of the more interesting ones got just straight ignored. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, I stepped on my own toes with that, but whatever. So, can I interest you in any of the good potions?
Probably.
What other potions
Oh,
did you
ve-
have?
Very good. The Frost Haunt Tonic is only 700 crowns here, and the Heaven's Blessing I charge 6,000 for. The Frost Haunt is 8d4 plus 8 healing, and Heaven's Blessing is 10d4 plus 20. As the,
And the prices for those in the other place were 1,500 and 10,000 gold.
Good lord. What was the one that was 1,500 there? Was the
10d4 plus 20, the heavens.
No,
oh,
the 1,500 crowns was 8d4 plus 8.
yeah? What was it called again?
Oh.
Fast Town Tonic?
no, Frost Haunt Tonic.
Frost.
Frost Haunt.
Frost Haunt from the
Frost Haunt.
And here it's how much?
made from the 700.
700.
Made from Frost Haunt spider venom, so I cave mushrooms, and then you muddle them, and then I dilute them with water, stick them for a while, and bottle them. It's a pulpy, grey kind of liquid, which you see in the small clear vial there. Very rare ingredients, but I pay for them from our merchants, like an honest person.
What was the one below that?
The more expensive one?
No.
Savior's Elixir.
Below Savior's Elixir.
44 plus 4 healing, only 125 crowns, yeah.
Yeah.
I will take 2 of them, please.
Was it 2 Savior's Elixirs?
I will
Yeah.
also take 2.
Certainly, of course, 2 I've seen for each of you. This is the Troll Saliva Goblin Egg Yolk Witch Hazel. It's a sickly yellow hue to this liquid. It tastes like just like a nightmare in liquid form, but it is very good for you. Very good.
You can't make your players take psychic damage from the healing item.
It's just color.
Will definitely survive it, isn't it? And it will make your insides better.
See, in Bearvik, we would have only got one of these for this price.
Yes, you see, I
We
just
clearly have come to the better merchant.
yes.
We
If
will
you
tell
ever find
all our
yourself
friends.
in Black Rock or in a few of the other larger cities, I have sisters who do the same business as me.
And what cities?
There's one of my sisters' early guys in Black Rock,
Oh,
and and Helga does business in Skuri. That's to the far west of here, near the front. In fact, I hope she's doing all right. We should write her.
well, if we ever make it there, to either of those places, we will stop and replenish our supplies.
You are so kind, so kind.
What was that?
Oh, you need other things.
One moment.
I can provide. I have leeches. You need leeches. Bandages. Beetles.
I thought I had a thing that I was trying to figure out what it was, and now I can't find it, and I don't remember what it was.
Was it that preserved mushroom?
Did I get rid of that?
Or
The random preserved mushroom
Yeah.
that you found.
was it the... You had that vial of liquid.
Mystery Captain's Juice?
Yeah, but that...
Mystery Captain's
but
Juice.
that turned out to be a
Gross.
vomit-inducing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ipecac.
Okay.
Basically.
I think I still have it. I guess I don't see the mushroom on here anymore. I must have gotten rid of it.
You got rid of it.
I still have that bird cage, I think,
The Elsincovian bird cages.
and I was trying to figure out what in the world was actually worth something. Okay, I have this bird cage that I've come across, and I'm not quite sure
Oh, let me
if
see
it's
this.
worth anything or what it.
Oh, beautiful. This is a... I don't see this very often outside of Oslikov. There's little bird cages. They're called...
Bird cage.
Loading screen.
Oh yeah, I just have it as bronze bird cage.
It is called the Gletka. Gletkadlia. In fact, it is said that it contains the spirit of a bird that I'm saying sings in all accents.
I was like, this is great. I'm hearing a German accent, a German-sounding person trying to have a Russian accent, and it's wonderful.
Gletkadlia. It is said it contains the spirit of a bird that sings to the dead. They put them on the graveyard sometimes, or carries them as mementos of the dead. It's supposed to be kind of a remembrance sort of
Where
thing.
did you get that thing? Was that on the...
Spies.
Osmocovian spies keeping an urn, basically.
Is it valuable?
It's not common outside of Oslikov. I'd rather like it if you would. I'll give you 10 gold pieces for it if you want to surrender it to me. I will put it on my desk.
It's no use to me.
It is lovely. She pops 10 gold pieces. Takes it. Ah, very pretty. Very pretty. Put to her on her desk. Is there anything else you need tonight?
I don't believe so.
Well then, well have a pleasant night and enjoy your time here in Sylvelia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When she goes and sits down, examines the bird cage, admires it. What do you guys do now? What are you doing? Just walking?
A little ways off. Make a small fire. Drink. Think about hunting something. Don't really know if he will or not.
You sit around and make a perception check.
The alcohol must be kicking in. 12.
You don't notice very much. I should have said with disadvantage. You're very distracted.
12.
Yeah, your mind is very. It's not on your surroundings very much. It is on staring into the fire, drinking the booze, and considering next steps for your life.
My. Like I need to go through some of Worth's items because there's just.
Who? Zebworth?
Zebworth.
Zebworth was in Erleron.
I have a earthenware
Great.
sealed jar that I got on the Seeker's Island. But I have no idea what's in it.
I know.
Carry it around.
Yeah, I was looking at this leather logbook I have that's from the Vault of Ages. The only note I have says leather logbook found in the Vault of Ages living chambers. Sure.
Sure would be cool if you know what that was, huh?
I thought, didn't you? I take a look at it. Is this empty or was this? What did it?
Was that the one that had like nudies in it?
No,
I don't think so.
I thought
That's-
you had
that's
that
the
one.
one at the Seeker's Island. No, he does not.
maybe
You
Voldemort
went.
took it.
It's got some ancient Elvish writing in it.
Okay, ancient Elvish. Can I read it?
You can make out some phrases. It's fairly incoherent, and the handwriting is poor.
I think at the time I was like, I'll look at this when we're not in, this
Peril.
Yeah. And then never did anything. Whatever. I'll look at this another time.
Yeah, because we got out of the vault and we were being chased by the crazy man with the wyvern, and then we got on the boat, and then we broke the boat.
Okay, anyway. What time is it?
Past night now, very late night. In fact, she says, I'm going to be closing soon. I would like to get to bed. My old bones need some rest.
Of course. Thank you for your time.
Yes. Now,
And then I suppose I head back to the
lovely to meet you.
tavern inn.
Alright, back to the Hammerhead Tavern. The patrons have cleared out now, almost a good amount of them, except for a few drunks in the corner. And one guy just playing a lute very poorly. You watch as he... and you hear a... and he goes... Stupid string! Broke it! And he hurls the thing across against the wall.
Did you just hit your hand on the table?
And the hammer goes, hey! Watch out, you're gonna damage my property.
I go upstairs to second floor, third door on the left. Was it?
Correct. So you go ahead to the staircase.
I remember
the,
it. Doesn't happen
Good,
very
because I
often.
was paying
the
attention.
staircase is in the back corner of the room. You see, kind of heads up. And you head up past the first floor all the way down, and then there's a second stair flight that leads you up to your room. And you enter the third room to the left. And inside it's simple but nice. There's a oil lamp on a table next to a surprisingly large straw-covered pallet bed with a nice blanket. There's a chamber pot.
Does the door lock?
Yes,
I lock the door.
you lock the door. So it's just you and Mirwin in there, and
That was a good shot.
that was good. Wow. And it is nighttime. What do you do?
Go to sleep?
Should we set watch or should we just go to sleep? Let's just go to sleep.
Let's just go to sleep.
I checked for traps in this room.
It's not like people can get into this
Make
town
an
very easily.
investigation check. Why don't you?
There's only one way in, and you have to go through the 2 gates and an inspection.
15.
It seems fine. The lock seems very sturdy. It's a nice modern lock.
I position myself in the back corner of the room so I can face the door.
Of course you do.
Because I'm a paranoid psychopath, is what you didn't say.
You know, that's probably very true. For both Warren and myself.
Amir, when you slam down on the bed, see Wareth get into his broody position.
I get the bed all to myself after, spending the time in the stumble in with 5 of us in a room.
Yeah, you are
Sleeping
in
on
the
the
bed,
road.
all by yourself. It's heavenly.
I stretch out.
Mirwin goes to sleep and just snores like
But still, as a dwarf, you're only taking about
Yeah.
And as a barbarian, you just fall down in what armor you have on.
Yeah.
She just snores like a thunderstorm.
I'm writing that down.
No one's going to rob you or try to get into your room because it sounds like you have a growling dog.
Ooh.
And we kind of do.
We got wolves in there. Alright, so you sleep. The night passes. And all 3 of you awake in the morning. What do? You 2.
I check my gold, make sure it's all still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
You're so paranoid.
You wake up and you see Worth like shuffling through his pouch.
Bag of treasures.
Yeah, it's all there.
Worth's goal is to be Scrooge McDuck and swim through his gold.
Every night, part of his going to bed ritual is that he lays it into a small pile and then gets up real close to
Oh god.
Spreads it out evenly on the floor and does like a gold angel.
Good angel.
and then counts them all to make sure one didn't fall into the floorboards because if it
Absolutely.
did.
Well, he put it on like spread out his pack or
on his
Blanket.
cloak.
yes,
On his unicorn.
Oh, that's smart. And then he just has to pick up all the 4 corners and they all back in.
Anyway.
Right.
Oh, how many cheerful nightshades in bulb?
I think there's 8.
Because that was down to like 1.
I have it written down.
And you have good healing potions in there too. Which are awesome.
If I can find where I wrote it down.
And I need to add the other thing I got.
A entire bulb is 15 petals.
Yeah, but
Oh,
didn't
15?
we change it or was it? I don't remember.
If she says it's 15, it's 15.
Well, I thought I remembered it being.
She's more
I
reliable
think
than I am.
at one time, like the first place we got it at in the
Purple.
Furbold settlement, it was 15, but then I thought you had changed it to be this because, for whatever reason. I thought you told us 15, but I thought you told us that on accident and it should have been this.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I do not remember that at all. I'm sorry.
No, whatever you tell me it is fine. I don't care. 15.
So says I, it is 15 petals.
From henceforth, it is 15.
So you have arranged your things. And what do you do with your morning?
Go find breakfast and then go find Bew.
All right. Downstairs, you see it's already bouncing and it's packed with clientele. And now you see there are more serving staff around. You see there's a huge Goliath, rippling muscles, black and red tattoos and swirling patterns. He's like, and he's ordering around several small children carrying around plates of food and large tankards of drink and such. And that's the scene you enter downstairs.
I go up to the bar place and ask what they have for foods.
You see Gambin. Oh, good morning. I didn't ask your name last night.
What?
Hello, I said good morning. I didn't ask your name last night, was it?
Oh, Mirwin Torin.
Aaron Torn,
I missed the last part.
I got your clan, but not your name. Oh, anyhow, you want some breakfast?
Yes, please.
First serving. Gravis, back to the back and get some food. And the large Goliath's like, you heard the man. Points to the kids. A couple of them head back. Gravis, Gambin, find a seat. We'll bring you some fresh foods out. We've got big old, you know what omelets are? Omelets.
I think I've heard of those.
Yes. Yes, we have big
Eggs and
ones.
things.
Eggs and cheese inside of them. It's vegetables as well. Oh, get down and we'll bring you some.
Okay.
You find a seat. A few minutes later, servers come out and plop down these huge piled high omelets. There's ham and cheese within them and garlics, and it's all very hearty.
Was the potion was the thing I got the equivalent of the greater healing potion? Was it 44?
4d4 plus 4.
Okay.
44.
Which I believe, yes.
Yeah.
44. 44 plus 4 is 48. Get it?
Anyway.
He didn't think my joke was funny.
What's up? Oops, I didn't hear anything. What?
It was less of a joke and more of math.
Oh, okay.
I said 44 plus 4 is 48.
It is. That's kind of funny. Anyhow,
Yes.
Math humor.
you are served. Math jokes. You are served large omelets.
We eat. Sir. I'm gonna talk to the guy, the main guy. Our third compatriot did not stay here last night.
Yeah, I was wondering where he went.
Yes.
No, I wasn't.
Do we perchance get his 3 silver pieces back as a refund?
I don't believe you now. I believe you're trying to cheat me out of 3 silver pieces. Make a
No, you
persuasion
really,
check.
you really didn't stay here last night.
Hey, what are you in the room right now?
26.
Are you sure he didn't stay here?
He's had quite a rough time of it recently. He's needed to be alone.
Oh boy, let me stop you right there. I do not care. That's great. I'm sure that he's off doing whatever. So yes, here's your 3 silver back.
And how much do we owe you for breakfast? 3 silvers.
He goes, claws it back. Yeah, you're good. Thanks for reminding me. Get out of here. I like you guys.
I love him. He's my favorite.
I look over at Merwin and glare at her. I
Dwarves have to stick together,
finish my.
That's right.
especially from mongrels like you.
I got a text message from Mike Sousa.
I did too. I literally just got good evening. This is Mike Sousa.
Yes.
Nothing
He's
more.
the chairman tomorrow.
Yes. Mine says, I am the chairman tomorrow and you have the digging for gems. Do you have any questions or need anything? Let me know.
He's probably reminding me that. Yep. Chairman this week. If you need anything.
So we are here looking for a man who lives in the mountain.
Oh,
Yes.
Who is a blacksmith.
Alphys who lives at the top of the mountain.
Yes. Would you be able to point us in the right direction? I'm
The name again?
back into character. Not
Okay. The name again?
something.
Something.
Valthus.
Oh, Valthus. Yes, everyone knows of Valthus. Although not many of us know Valthus. He lives at the top of the mountain, on Tardenfell. Just out there, you weren't looking to see him.
Yes, my friend Orith here has some business he would like to discuss with him.
Well, all you gotta do is climb the mountain. It's pretty tough. It can get tough when you're up there. But you go to the top and then you find he's got a big forge. Huge. Yeah, very big forge.
and he is quite a skilled blacksmith.
The mountain.
Oh, yes.
Get up there.
Must be the best in Gaswin. He's very mysterious, sort of fellow.
Of course he is. Type of fellow who makes you complete weird tasks before he does whatever work you ask him to do.
That sounds like him. That's the one. Yeah.
Is there anything we should know before we go up the mountain to him?
Watch out for creatures. And the weather, the path up there is very well maintained. He keeps it well maintained and it's wide. You won't fall off, but something might hit you. That's about all the advice I have for you.
Should we leave our horses here or take them with us?
You can tangle them up. It's a perfectly safe road for horses. Well, although if something spooks them, they might fall off.
True.
You never know.
And how long would it take to get there if we don't fall off the mountain?
With horses, maybe a day. You might have to spend the night, depending on when you leave. You might have to spend the night halfway up. Or if you're going on foot without any horses, it might take a day and a half.
Well, thank you. We should get going so we can not spend the night on the path if we don't have to.
If you leave right now with horses, you'll probably get up there by night.
Right.
Depending.
Well, let's go.
All right, you leave. And what is your next move?
I look for Bew. Do I see him?
Make a perception check. You step out
Look
into
for
the
you.
street.
I check for Bew. 18.
Ooh, I want to look too.
You don't see Bew. Bew, where are you?
Still asleep where he made camp.
I got 17.
You don't see Bew. But you do notice that a bit of precipitation begins to come from the sky. A little bit of a wintry mix, sort of that kind of weather. It's very light right now. But you begin to feel cold pellets on your face. What do? You just
We're gonna
what do you?
gonna ask around to see if anybody has seen a fawn wearing a poncho.
Yeah. Where do you go?
Well, I want to go to the last place I saw him.
Okay, so
At
you
the-
saw him heading toward the arch at the center, at the entrance to town. That's basically the last place you knew he was.
If you want to ask around, I'm gonna go see if I can find him.
Are we gonna take the horses? I can go get the horses and
Yeah.
I'll go get the horses and ask them at the stables.
Okay. Ask the horse.
No, ask the people at the.
Of course.
I'm gonna ask the horses, see if they can pick up a scent or something.
Almost.
Maybe you should do that because you have such a good relationship with Tinkerbell.
Maybe
She'd probably answer you more than she'd answer me.
Probably true. I go to the gate.
All right. This arch is the center of the entrance to town. Make a survival check.
Survival check. Great. 8.
You haven't really any idea where you might be. You see there's rocky areas and woods up to the right of your path. If you go off the road and up into make a little bit of a climb into some rocks, you see some stands of trees up there, but you don't see any evidence of you.
Are there people at the gate still there?
You're not actually at the gate. The beginning, the actual entrance to this town is just a large arch carved with like knotwork symbols and such. The
Like in that
two
picture.
gates that you went through were further on,
Hmm.
just kind of to like checkpoint gates.
So there's wilderness per se between me and the checkpoint gates?
Yes, they're basically to ensure that like an army couldn't march up there, or like more a band of any band of raiders or something, because moving a lot of people over this kind of terrain would be difficult.
Okay, I guess I'll go to the right and through the area you described.
Yep, you head up into there, up a climb, up a few rocks, and
Seems like a place that idiot would go.
you're like, you figure though, yeah, this is kind of
If
where
I
you
was
might go.
you, where would I go?
Somewhere with lots of pictures.
Nearly falling a few times, you eventually scrape your way up to the top of this kind of a craggy area and into a large area of trees. Make another survival check.
10.
Still no evidence of you, so you push further on, and you've spent about 20 minutes at this point.
I call out, "View!"
Make a perception check.
Actually, weren't too bad. The worst of the two was 19.
Oh yeah, actually, you have disadvantage to track him too because
Of the moon thing.
because of Moon Thread, but you rolled badly enough that. What was your roll?
Couldn't have got
The
much
worst of the two was 19.
You don't have disadvantage.
Oh, I was so ushed.
Oh, okay, then yeah. Oh, then you do hear him. That's a good enough roll. Yeah, you hear this a faint voice.
Great horned moron, where are you?
Yeah, you hear him, and you're like, oh, it's this worth. And again comes the voice. Insults on the wind.
Blistering behemoth.
I'm gonna take another swig from what is likely a mostly empty bottle.
Yeah, it trickles onto your tongue.
I just kind of half-heartedly throw the bottle at a tree. And if it shatters, it shatters. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Roll a d20.
Is it Dex?
Yeah.
It would be 20.
Shatters against a tree.
Do I hear it?
Make a perception check.
Yay, 27.
Yes, clearly, and it's closer than you thought it might be.
Okay, I go towards
Does
the
it
sound.
whirl right in front of his face?
No. I
Oh
go
yeah,
towards-
it'd be medieval glass, which would be especially brittle as well.
Yep, you hear this loud crash, and you look just slightly to your left, and there's a faint smoke from a fire over there.
You
What is it that you want this early in the morning?
to go. I want to go so we can continue and finish this.
Yeah. Where again?
The top of the mountain.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone's waiting on us. Let's go.
Alright.
Well, I guess you didn't die last night. And maybe I should have specified don't die and also come back on time.
I only slept a little bit though. It's not it's early, yeah?
We do have to climb a mountain.
Alright.
All right. You two begin your way back to town together. Let's take a break.
Hey.
Okay. So you return to town. And there you, in the meantime, you return to Higginson Brothers. And inside you see, again, the same man at the desk, Olaf. He says, welcome back. Do you need to stay with to take your animals out?
Yes, we are going to take them.
Okay, then we are already settled up as you begged me last night for the one night. Let us go outside. Takes you out to the stables on the other side. Your 3 horses. He lifts out and hands you the reins.
I do not suppose you have seen a fawn with a poncho wandering around today.
No. The one that was with you last night.
Yes.
No, I have not seen him.
Okay.
Do you need anything else? You know, we sell more horses. Do you need them more horses? And, goats,
I do not think so.
falcons, dodo birds.
What would I do with the dodo bird?
They make excellent companions. Or you can eat them.
Oh. Let me talk with my friends. And if we need one, I'll get back to you.
Good price on dodo birds. Okay, I will see you later.
Cool.
Okay. Trying to buy worth of dodo bird.
I saw it and then I thought of you. You
Look at this horrific bird. Alright, so he hands you your horses and they look well, freshly shoed, fed. The saddles and everything are cleaned and looks like they were taken very well care of.
Good, good.
And it is a couple minutes later, you kind of stand like looking around and you do see Warth and Bew return through the city, or the town arch, the entrance.
I'm just gonna stand here and wait for them to get to me, since we have to go that way anyway.
You see Mirwin with the 3 horses just kind of sitting there waiting for you.
And as soon as they're within earshot, I yell at Worth. Hey Worth, you want a dodo bird?
Why? We already have Bew.
I thought you could add it to your animal menagerie.
No.
Are you sure? He said they have great prices on them. And they make good food. Or something. Do you want a goat? You can get a goat.
Do they have food to eat? Is that what she's... They have food to eat in there.
They have a dodo
No, they
bird.
have livestock.
They have a dodo bird that you can eat. If you want to. Are you okay?
Where did you guys eat?
We ate at the tavern.
Yeah, you notice Bew looks really rough.
You want to go to the tavern and get some breakfast?
I think I will go do that, yeah. I think I will go do that, yeah.
Okay.
So you 3 return back into the Hammer Tavern. And you see there he is. The hammer.
It'll be 1 minute you all.
Are you?
Grab something.
Fine.
You didn't sleep here last night, did you?
No, I was out in the snows, yeah.
Okay.
Under the
So
trees.
they were telling me the truth.
With,
All right.
is it Worth was lying to you? You were saying?
I don't think he was. I'm not 100% sure, but anyhow, what do you want some food or to drink?
Yes. I will have whatever is. I think my friend sent to go. So if there is something that I can take that I can eat, and also the meat was very good. I want another one.
Yes, certainly. Hands you another one. And he calls to the surfer guy, the big Goliath. Gavith! More food, another one. Gavith like, go. Hey, William, get on. Same ritual, the kids run back. You take a table near the fire pit. They bring you a heaping omelet and meat a couple minutes
I
later.
reach into my bag and just kind of like grab a coin and give them a rough handful of coin.
Oh, thank you, mister. One kid just like kind of shoves it all into a little pouch.
Oh, there's more than one gold UD12. Roll better.
This one kid like notices this little girl who brought you the food. Just sees looks around, just shovels it off into a pocket. You see her look around. She goes back to her work. Thank you.
Take the bottle of mead and then just take the plate. Just stand up and walk off. Back out to these guys.
Yep, you head outside. And you see you return. Food on the plate. Bottle of mead.
Is this what you are now, Bu?
What do you mean?
A drunk?
I'm not drunk.
Yet.
I'm completely fine. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We have a mountain to conquer.
Who's on this horse? And gets up on the horse.
I want to watch them.
Make a dexterity check.
Ooh. That one bounced out of the.
What was the roll?
It was a 1. Dang it! I lost the omelet.
You get up on the horse, trying to balance all this stuff. You try to do this leap, just and you lose the omelet and the bottle. The bottle doesn't break. It just rolls onto the grass, and you fall down back straight onto your back.
I'll get up. Did the omelet and plate fall on snow? Or did it fall on ground?
It seemed to cascade from your hand and just and slide on a little bit of snow.
I'll just put the plate
Face up.
underneath it. And then pouch the mead and then get back up on the horse.
This time,
It's, dexterity would have been 15.
This time you get back up. You see him just get back up, try the same thing again, and this time you're like, oh, okay.
Hold on to the reins and then just.
You get onto the horse and manage somehow to juggle all this stuff.
What are both of you looking at?
Who knows?
We're just concerned for your safety.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Well, you fell. We
I'm
wanna make-
concerned for my safety if you're going to
I
watch my
wanted to
back.
I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt after you fell.
I'm not going to be concerned at all. It is okay.
Okay.
I did take a stumble. It was because my hoof got stuck in the reins, but I am fine now. And I am up and I still have my breakfast.
Good.
Hello, adorable kitty.
Kitty, kitty. I have one of those at my house.
You don't have one of those though.
We have a fuzzy turd. Okay then. Let's go.
I can ominously roll dice too.
Do you want me to take the lead since I know where we're going?
Fine.
Because I know directions.
So Mirwin, you can see that the path, it's fairly easy to find the path up to the mountain. If you look up, yeah, you can see it. It's fairly prominent. There's a carven path up the side of the mountain, winding its way up to the peak. And you head down past the end on the road where it forks around the hill that the longhouse sits atop. You head to the right and up into some of the rockier areas past the back of town. This path begins, and you go underneath another arch. And the path, as the dwarf said, is pretty wide, pretty well maintained. Though at this point, the weather begins to get a little bit worse. The same wintry mix turns a little bit icier and falls around you. Not quite slippery yet, but it's cold as you begin to trot up on your horses. He shoves his food into his mouth.
Finish the omelet and then like put the plate away.
Stuff into his saddlebag.
I tightened my captain's coat.
It's very cold.
my coat.
And especially with the humidity, with the moisture in the air, it kind of cuts to the bone. And there you will begin your travel. It is mid-morning, and you are on the way up the mountain.
I want to look around for monsters and spiders.
Perception check. Perception check for the morning.
Natural 20.
For anyone who is
Goodness sakes, it's
noticing,
high.
if you are noticing things.
You will pay
Or
attention.
total of 28.
All right.
18.
Nice.
Where's my 18?
Ooh, that's good.
21.
Along the way, you guys find a little bit of strange-looking dung.
Does it have armor in it?
No, it's not that big. And no, you looking at it, it does not look like it has armor in it. If you get off the horse and like check it out, you might notice some things about it.
I guess I get off the horse and check it out. Look
All right,
closer.
you look at it.
Let's leave that stuff alone.
Looks like there's some crushed bones in it.
Could give us clues to what we might face before we get there and after.
It makes me hurts. What else do you know?
Or we just keep going and outrun it.
Yeah, that worked with the spiders, huh?
We kind of
That's
got
because-
off our horses and walked through the very obvious trap.
Well, this has crushed bones in it, so whatever it is, it's not eating plants.
Choose things holes. Yeah.
Yes, and eats, meat.
Do you
The
see,
stuff that
do
we're
you
made
see
out of.
any? Do you see any like blades or any?
I don't think it's that
Any
big.
metal?
You don't.
So we have weapons. I think we'll be okay.
Fine. I get back up on my horse.
Get back on your high horse.
You march onward.
Get there before nightfall.
Clippy cloppy. You're now my
The mountain we go.
All right, you continue on into the afternoon, and it gets about mid-afternoon, and the weather begins to it begins to snow along with this. The ground beneath the horses' feet, you can tell the horses are a little bit uneasy on it, and it's just starting. The wind is picking up and kind of blowing you guys into the mountainside. It's getting pretty rough out here. The sky is dark, and the rain and snow are cold.
What time of day is it?
Yeah, mid-afternoon, about maybe 2:30.
Do we continue on the horses? Should we get off the horses?
Better we get off the horses. What? Better making this easy on us.
Good point. So they don't fall off the cliff and us with them? If they're unsteady?
Do you feel unsteady with your precious horse?
I would know if I was. Know what steady was. I don't know anything about horses.
Now you tell us.
They just like me, that's all. We can, I guess.
Continue on and for a little bit. Just keep an eye on the horses. Make sure they don't get close to the
Yes.
edge.
And keeping an eye out for monsters and spiders and
Make a perception check.
Stay away
Wow.
from the edge and we'll be
17.
okay.
22.
14.
You all hear this a sound from around the bend. Up there's a slight bend where the part of the cliff jets out. The road curves and goes around it, and you can't see quite past, but you hear something. You do hear a snarling kind of noise.
Yeah, okay.
Just-
definitely something.
Just past and around. It sounds like multiple creatures. You hear this and sort of a tearing, cracking sound.
View will roll off the horse and get down onto the ground.
yeah, I do the same, and I load my crossbow.
Okay. You kind of have the horses stay back a little bit. Do you approach the this little outcropping and look around it?
I stay behind them.
Stealthily.
Okay, everybody who is going up there, stealth checks.
I get advantage because I'm in wilds.
Yes, you do.
Good thing.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 2 first. But now it's 20, not natural.
14.
Okay, altogether, pretty decent. You get there first. You peek around this rock, this boulder, and what you see are these 3 small, ape-like figures, white furred, and there's a huge amount of blood. They are all appear to be feasting on a carcass, and it looks like you can pretty easily tell that they're feasting on the carcass of a griffin. And make a nature check real quick if you want to look at these creatures.
Do I have anything special because these are Caswinian?
They're mostly in the mountains, like higher mountains, not really highlands. I wouldn't say you wouldn't necessarily know what these are.
11.
15.
6.
It looks to be some sort of yeti kin. Something related to it's smaller than your average abominable yeti kind of thing, but it's more of a pygmy kind of, but it looks just as ferocious.
Was it a yeti or a troll that we were chased by on giant vials?
Yeah,
You were hunted by a giant yeti, and
Do you run into both? Yeti and
you've run into you guys killed the rock troll once. You Bruno saved you from the large yeti.
Okay.
They don't seem to notice you though. They continue to just tear fiercely at this carcass. Don't even just paying no mind to the rain and snow coming
Are
down.
they on the trail?
Yeah, they're right in the middle of the trail.
3 of them?
3 of them that you see.
Should we just attack them now so they won't attack us now later? I mean, we're gonna have to go right through them. They're gonna if we try to approach, they're gonna try to defend their kill.
Or we get back off and wait.
And then they attack us again from behind.
Will we be
They won't be able to get behind us.
We'll have to stop. Whatever you guys want to do. I think we should shoot them while we have the.
You think
Surprise.
that's because you're going to get like wicked amounts of Protoff on them real quick? I'm going to have to go up and punch them real close.
I'll also be shooting them while you're hitting them, so
How
works
big
together.
are
Maybe 4.5 feet high, thickly muscled, just very stout creatures.
they? I have punched lots of things, and they look like they would punch right the heck back.
You see one of them as you're talking. Gather a bit more of the carcass, a bit more bone and flesh, and like ascend the mountain, like about 20 feet up, and you see it disappear behind a rock, and you hear more noises from up there, as if there are perhaps more of them around.
Okay. Well, whatever you guys want to do.
I say we wait and eventually they'll be done eating and
Very
run
afraid
up the...
of, like, alchemist fire or something like that. Maybe I should do it to myself.
Yeah, and I kind of wish I had bought some at the Buckberry, but I forgot.
They had some in the town?
Yes. I did get some more healing though, so
That's good.
something even more powerful than the tearful nightshades.
That's good. Yeah. Well, it's up to you all.
Alright, well, let's. Are we? Is there like a cliff on one side and then?
Yeah, on your right side, about 10 to 12 feet, there is a cliff face. In some places, there's wooden railings. Not here though.
Well, I mean, so like one side is like up the mountain though.
Yeah. On your left side is up the mountain. On the right side is down the mountain.
Okay. So if we kind of, do we back ourselves up against the mountain, or would they would just come down right on top of us, wouldn't they?
Doesn't seem like they were impeded at all, no?
Okay then. Well, I
It's
guess.
kind of like we could run through. We might be faster than them with horses, but also the horses might be scared. It matters how well trained they are.
You know that 2 of your horses were trained and taken from seekers.
Yeah, war horses.
So you know that at least two of your horses are well trained enough to probably handle that.
Our horses are trained.
You could, I could run. You could take the other horse and lead Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is the one that's going to get left behind in Eden, is the unfortunate fact of it.
I bet she can outrun them down the mountain, especially.
Your belief down the mountain, yeah. Are you going to like
If worse comes to worse, I can send her down the mountain and we can continue on.
that and hope that these ones, such as the Griffin, is not going to chase after and eat Tinkerbell run?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not if they're focused on us.
Well, shall we wait or shall we go?
We have a lot of options. It's just taking action. Right now we are doing wait and hide out. We could intimidate. Don't really have anything to do that with though.
Horses. I mean, 3 people on horses running towards you might not be something they're used to seeing.
With war paint
Yeah,
spread on your face.
I was just gonna...
Not-
Uh,
it's in your inventory now, and Tides of Chaos is in your feats.
In your
Right in the feats.
eats. Hi Sadie.
yeah, with the war paint, I can use my strength score instead of my charisma check, or my charisma to do an intimidation check.
And you gain proficiency in it during that time you have it on. You are proficient in that skill as well.
While these two are talking, I'm gonna put war paint on the face.
Okay, you see Miriam out of her pack. She pulls that jar that Aslos gave her, uncorks it, and you see this bright red war paint. She just streaks it on, and even you're like, ooh.
And then I practice my anger face.
Ragey dwarf anger face.
I guess I look to the let's just, you guys want to try to run through them and just scare them. I get on the horse on Tinkerbell and I pull my hood over me and I try to make myself look like this dark scary figure on a horse.
Okay. All right.
with a drawn rapier.
Draw the rapier. You put the war paint on.
Murin, stop making faces into the small hand mirror and give me the torch, please.
I have him.
And you lights the torch ablaze.
Ready?
Yes. Let me.
Do you have
All right, you're on.
I have an
do you have
idea.
a thing you can do?
Yes, I want to. Yes, let me go in front, but you stay close. I want.
to have Mirren go in front and break off this intimidation thing.
He wants to try.
Well, I mean, do you want to do the thing? Or
What do you have in mind?
make scary sounds.
Yeah. Thermaturgy.
Do that, and then I'll run out with my face.
Okay.
And scare them all.
You could thaumaturgy Mirren as she ran
I could.
and like really boost her intimidation. Really boost it, and then I've got the fire right behind, and you can slink
Yes, this is
behind
going to-
everybody else.
Okay, I tell Mirren. Okay, when I give the signal, you charge as the fiercest barbarian you possibly can muster. I want to go out just like a couple steps, just like in front,
Yeah.
just
okay.
so I'm in full view of them, and I want to be. I want to be as scary and mysterious as possible, and I want to rear up on. I want Tinkerbell to rear up, and I want horrible I want to create horrible screeching wraith sounds.
You go out first. The horse just rears up, and you just unleash this screech. They look up at you. Mirren, what do you do?
And
You all three doing an action right here.
I am running towards them, screaming with my axe in my hand. Like,
On the horses as we're like running in.
Yeah, all horses.
like standing up on the horse.
And I found the right frequency for the fire so that it doesn't go out, but instead it makes that roaring like sound as it's getting like fed oxygen.
Okay. Mirren, I'm going to have each of you give Mirren advantage on an intimidation check. So at this point, make 3 rolls and choose the best one. That's how I'm playing this.
so I'm rolling intimidation.
Just
Or-
Mirren.
Okay.
We're triple eating.
By your
Okay,
powers
okay.
combined, you're...
Can the sound I make be? Can I make 2 different sounds, one after the other?
How do I add my
With
proficiency?
the double cat.
Do I just add
Okay.
Yeah.
my proficiency bonus to?
Yes.
Okay. So
So your strength score, your strength modifier, and your proficiency bonus. So I believe you would have +7 probably.
that is.
Well, and since this thaumaturgy is at will, can I do 2?
The casting time is an action though, right?
At will meaning it doesn't cost you any resources
One
to
action.
do.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be able to do it right now.
Okay.
Well,
Gotcha.
and the best of those is a 14. That's not very good.
Yeah, it still works. You see these pygmy yetis all look up at you and they're like, and they turn and scurry up the mountain as fast as they can, leaving behind the griffin corpse. And you ride right straight on past, just absolutely blowing them away.
Yeah, after we get past them a little ways, I'm just going to throw the torch so that they don't fall out. I don't think they will, but I'm going to throw the torch. It was sorry, Mirren, that was a passionate moment thing. You're going to have to lose the torch. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I still have some.
Well done. That was cool.
That was great.
I like how we had no plan, and then all of a sudden our plan really came
Oh,
together.
that's great. It was a great plan. Right as all of a sudden. All right.
And my war paint lasts for 24 hours.
Nice.
Oh, it's like lipstick. It's on there. You can't wipe it off.
I mean, you can wipe it off if you want to.
But why would I want to?
But otherwise,
How many
it lasts.
doses of that do you have, or is it unlimited?
It is 5. Is it 5 uses before you have to
Oh,
mix?
but you have
There's
the
5 different
recipe.
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have the.
Yeah, and then you can. It contains the ingredients to mix new paint as well in various colors. All right. So you've successfully scared off the big yetis with great success, and past them you go, and it is you now are here. You can sense that you're nearing the peak, nearing the top of the mountain. It is about evening time, and you're thankful that the weather has let up a little bit.
Are we being followed?
Make a perception check as you go along, and you guys can make perception checks as well as you move on into the evening.
23.
Natural 19, 25.
Natural 1. It was at 19 and then it just went.
Oh. Yeah. Overall, the Mirwin, you're like a little paranoid that they might be following you. But you guys are sure that you're fine. They haven't followed. You've successfully shown yourself to be a threat against them, and they have run off. Not worth it.
I'm imagining like small versions of the thing in the cave in Empire Strikes Back.
The small wampus.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I was imagining those like high Highland monkeys that sit in spas in the hot springs.
yeah.
Oh.
So you approach an area where the road widens even further, and you see an arch up ahead. Big wooden arch, just like the one at the entrance to town, painted red and gold, knotwork carved into it. And through it you pass, and you see a large building. You witness more of my poor drawing.
I think
Draw better than I do.
You said that incorrectly. You used the opposite word
Yes.
for what I
So,
I think you meant to say glorious.
Oh, it's so pretty.
a tower, a stone tower, with a large cosmetic style roof, and a smaller house next to it. And this is about 100 feet off still. And there's a bit of smoke coming from the, much of this is open, so there's not really a chimney, but you see smoke and such coming from the top of the stone tower. And you see in there and hear the ringing of a hammer on the forge.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
We need an easel.
We have 2 of them technically, don't we?
Well, I'm just going to set this here then.
Yeah, we could bring one. Since
That might be cool. Maybe
only
I
one
would
of us paints.
draw more things.
We should have an easel with a couple of flippies for when he has like the printed out maps that are gold.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I found some. I don't know if this would actually work or not. So there was I was pestering Carrie, and there was
Oh,
some.
you didn't send him the
No, I haven't
picture?
seen it. It was basically just fabric that was hex pattern.
Oh, that's a good
It's,
idea.
it's supposed to look like chicken wire.
Yeah, but it just looks like a giant thingy.
And there's one that's red and one that's yellow.
I was hoping there'd be a green one, but there wasn't.
Well, when you go to the desert and go to Lava Town,
I was thinking if we wanted to, we could like get a square of it and then put it on like a board, and then we could have like a thing we could use if we wanted to.
I'm ready to be able to crowd around the table with you guys again.
soon,
I'm so ready.
soon. Vaccines are soon.
Put it in my arm,
Let's
and then
go.
I'll use the drawing map more.
Ooh yeah.
Vaccines.
Use that more.
Okay then.
All right, so there you are approaching. Around this, you're not quite at 100% the very peak of the mountain. You're mostly there, but like you still see some of rises beyond it, and these higher fells up at near the peak. And you approach, But there are some trees around, a few large firs. It appears some well-worn paths from where this man walks. And approaching, you see another. You don't see him yet, but you see a large creature. What?
Nothing. We're just being weird.
Oh, okay, I thought I did
You did
You
not
guys
do
are
anything.
dumb.
Yeah.
You're being really stupid.
You see a humongous black dire wolf get up, sniff the air, and kind of growl a little bit as you approach.
I get off the horse and
Go charm this one with your wiles.
I take my hood off to try to show that I'm not a threat. And
Okay. You guys dismount, and you hear a voice. What is it, Svartur?
hello.
Names.
You
that
see
can't
a
even spell.
head poke out of the
SVAR tour.
Svartur. You see a head poke out, and what you see, a man walks out from the forge. You see an old man.
Old man.
No,
He carries an axe. Looks like he's working on it. He has an eye patch and a beard. Hello, all of you. I have visitors, it appears. Kolm Svartur. And he says, Kolm Vittur und Gratur. And you look behind you and you see a huge gray direwolf and a white one behind you. Looks like they have stocked up on you.
You've got the whole collector set, don't you? Yeah.
Yes. Who are you, fine folk? What brings you to my forge?
I am Worth, and these are my companions, Mirwin and Bew.
I see.
We've come here seeking help with forging of face steel.
It has been a long time since I have forged any of that fine, strange metal. What do you seek it for? Are you a smith wanting to expand his repertoire?
No. We are facing foes of immeasurable power who seek to destroy the world. We are trying to defeat them, and we need more powerful weapons.
You see him raise an eyebrow at you. And he takes out a small pendant that he wears. And it's just this little round, like spherical, dark gold metal, and you see him go in the air. And he looks at you all. Stops, closes his eyes, as if attempting to read your intentions. And he says, I see. Yes, I see. I see that you seek to do good with it. However, I cannot simply show you how to forge this metal. I must know that you can handle the power.
How can we prove that we can?
Have you any experience in its use already?
I've gained some over the past months. I've learned quite a bit.
Show me something that takes finesse to do. Fey steel is not to be used as only a blunt instrument. That is the path.
Bond.
That is the path to destruction. It can summon many kinds of forces, some beyond control.
Oh, you posted a picture now. Oh, he's so cool.
Yeah, he's pretty good looking. 1 second.
Does he have a piece of straw in his mouth?
What's up?
Does he have a piece of straw in his mouth?
Yeah, he sure does.
Nice.
Choose on a little bit.
I want to. Can I create an ornate butterfly that appears to be made of just energy and light that glows and flutters? It's fairly large, bigger than a butterfly would be, say 1.5 feet across, that ascends and then disappears in a glimmer of light.
It's not exactly what thaumaturgy does. Oh, but I like it so much that I'll let you do a miniature version of it.
Okay.
So you make a smaller glimmering butterfly. It's not quite so ornate, but it does rise and then blink out.
You appreciate natural beauty, and I have appreciation for that. Now, why don't you all come in and have a bit of tea with me, and we will discuss this further.
My pleasure.
Alright, so he leads you into his house, opens the door for you. You head in, all 3 dire wolves follow. They're about near, at least shoulder height on you guys, taller than your one. Huge old wolves. And inside you there is a cozy interior into the main house parts. There are several nice little couches, chairs, a table, a round table in the center. There's a second room, a kitchen, off to the left, and its main living chamber. And you see a small fireplace at on the far wall. He heads over there, feeds it a little bit of a couple sticks. The fire grows a bit.
And he says, please, all of you have a seat. Do not mind the dogs. They are really quite nice, if you are nice.
He says, be nice, boys.
How close am I to one?
One's looking up at you, the white one.
I reach out like a gentle fist for it to sniff.
Sniffs you, pokes your hand. He sits down. Kind of curls up a little bit.
And now I will go and grab the tea and we will speak.
Goes to the kitchen. Comes back with a little teapot, some ingredients, and he begins to. He bends down, begins to work in the fire. Puts it's a larger, kind of taller fire pit. He's got a little thing where he can hang a pot over it. Gets to work.
He says, so, tell me a bit more about this threat that you face. I find that interesting. What is it that you need so much power to defeat?
We've encountered a group of people who have powers that I've never seen before. They can travel through walls. One of them commands a wyvern, flies around, and has destroyed entire settlements of giants. And as far as we understand, they seek to tear down the world. They're seeking a weapon that was created eons ago of face steel, and they're trying to gather it and use it to destroy all life on Sirius.
Well, yes, the Fey Essence certainly does have its goods and its evils. And I will say it is more than a few times I have worried that someone would get powerful enough to seek the end of all things or some other great evil. I see. Well, I wish to help you. But I still do not know if you are capable completely. Because if I teach you this abilities and this power to forge your own focuses and weapons and armor, who knows if you might not be the cause of the destruction instead of them after all. So, I'm glad that I know of your appreciation for fine detail. But there is something else. To show me that you are capable, you must venture to the heart of the mountain. And there, if you pass the test and you survive, then you are worthy and able, and I will show you the secrets.
The heart of the mountain.
Yes. I need you to bring back as well some of the mountain's blood. Water from the lake at its heart. And that is special used in its forging. Part of what makes it possible to work with such a metal is this water, this blood of the mountain. If you go in, you will face trial that you may not survive. So be certain that you are ready to do what it takes. Be ready to hold a great amount of power inside of you. Meditate on this. Take the night and focus on it.
Very well.
And then tomorrow I will show you the way in. Yeah?
Agreed.
Is it good? Well then, it is getting on in the evening now. I think I should retire.
Is there anywhere for us to sleep?
Yes, of course, I will get you blankets. You may make yourselves at home on the floor or the chairs.
We appreciate any kindness and hospitality you show to us.
My boys make good companions. They're good pillows sometimes.
They look warm and fuzzy,
They are very, very nice.
with large teeth.
Very nice dogs.
Thank
Any
you.
others?
I'm sure I will see you in the morning.
Yes. Make whatever arrangements you like. He goes.
The door. Walks out.
Valthus goes into the back room
Watch
Bring
out
back.
for Yetis.
and brings back a small pile of blankets and distributes a couple to each of you.
Thank you.
Now sleep well and do meditate on what I have said.
Of course.
Good night.
And he retires to the bedroom. And you two are left alone in the room, and Beau, you walk out into now a clear sky night. The stars shine overhead.
Let the
What
Yetis
do
bite.
you do?
Start a fire and don't have as much meat as I wish.
You walk. You walk a good few paces away from the house, in the middle of where a few trees stand. Make your fire. Surround. And what do you two do?
I went to. So there's a black wolf, a white wolf, and a gray wolf.
Mhm.
I went to go over to the black wolf. And,
Because I feel that it knows me.
yes, it's dark, and mysterious, and edgy, and weird. And I went to make friends with it and sleep there.
It looks up the one named Svartur.
Reach out a hand towards it. If it lets me, I'll just scratch it behind the ears.
It scritches behind the ears. It's been instructed by Valthus to be nice, so he's nice.
And I will make a little place to sit, and I will meditate.
You arrange blankets and you sit next to Svartur, and you meditate on this task that you must accomplish. You're unaware of the nature of the test, or what you may be required to do or endure, but you meditate.
I would also. Can I use Sense Fey Essence?
Yes. Okay.
So do I roll for that, or is
No, look at that roll. What is the description on it say? It just says you detect.
yeah, just for the duration you sense the presence of any Fey steel within 30 feet of you. If you sense Fey essence in this way, you can use your action to detect its approximate location in relation to you, whether it is naturally occurring or if it has been modified. The spell can penetrate most barriers, blah blah blah, foot of stone, inch of metal, and a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of water dirt.
Yeah, you get a in your mind you get a mental glow coming from Valthus' room, and you sense that this face deal in there. You assume that it was the sphere that you saw earlier. It's sourced from a monolith. It's not been worked much and not been passed through many forgings. This particular piece was sourced from a monolith.
Raw, pure face steel. Whatever. I think I've asked you this before, but it's like, can I sense that the face steel from monoliths is different from the face steel and other things, like the pendant?
So it's kind of, the face deal is kind of like, its nature changes a little bit after it's forged or reforged.
Gotcha.
If it's, because like the steel that your helm is made of, different kind of thing. Definitely was forged, maybe forged with some different ingredients.
It's kind of bronzy, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was something in its forging made it unstable. You're not necessarily knowledgeable enough to tell.
This sounds cool.
You're not necessarily knowledgeable to tell exactly what was used, but you know what effects it can have on you. It can just make these wild bursts sometimes.
Yeah.
But it does also prove how well you do.
But the monolith face steel is unworked.
Basically unworked. It's not really like this pendant he has is not really forged. It's just worked into a shape.
Okay.
And sometimes that stuff can be more powerful. And if you looked much at the ingots that you have?
No, I guess I haven't.
I have one too.
I mean, you've meditated with them enough times that you can tell they were monolith sourced as well.
Ah.
Just taken and kind of cut and hammered into.
Cut to shape rather than forged to shape.
Basically.
Okay.
Like you can add certain things when you do blacksmithing and forging to.
Yeah, and that's why I've kept the rider's armor, because it's like dwarven steel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, that.
Where are you keeping it? Where are you even keeping it?
I don't know.
Saddlebags.
In your
Yeah.
pockets?
Yeah.
In the bucket. You got a lot of saddlebags out there. There's enough room for some things. Alright, so you have meditated.
Still.
Clonk, 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 clonk.
I need to pee.
Okay, let's pause. Wretched
Jesus.
place. Alright. You sleep and awake in the morning. You awaken to a gentle snowfall
as flakes tickle your face.
Didn't sleep as long as I did last night or the night before.
And you two, in the warm house of Valthus, with the surrounded by dire wolves and a slow fire burn to low embers. What do you all do?
I get up and look around.
Yeah, there's
Is the guy around?
Valthus. You don't see him right now. Make your perception check.
25.
Yeah, you hear him. You hear some shuffling around in the kitchen. Sounds like he might be up.
I look over at Mirwin. What do you think of this whole Heart of the Mountain thing?
You're the one that wants the face steel sword thing, so you know I'm up for anything.
Yeah. Hope this just doesn't kill us, and then all this was for nothing.
It's true. Because that would be bad. It's all up to you, Orth. The
Thanks.
decision is on your shoulders.
No pressure.
The survival of the world is on your shoulders.
Well, I always knew it would be. I am the greatest after.
There's that nobility coming through. Should go see how Bu's doing. Make sure he's still alive out there.
What is his deal? Why is he being so annoying?
Did you forget that whole thing on the road with the fawns going into war?
Yeah, but he's not going to war. Well, not like that.
But people, he could very well be if he had been, you know, if he had stayed here.
So he's upset about what might have been if he stayed here? That doesn't sound like you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd ask him.
But then he might tell me.
Then why are you asking me?
I don't know.
He's your best friend. You should ask him.
I get up and go outside.
All right. Out there, you see the small fire a good few paces away, and next to it, Bu has just sat up. Do you follow as well, Mira?
Yeah.
You both go out there and walk up to Bu at his fire.
Hello, you all.
Good morning.
Yeah. Do that.
Are you ready for whatever perilous, treacherous journey awaits us?
I am. I am ready to. I did not glean all of the information, I don't think, but travel to the heart of the mountain and get blood. That was about what I got.
Yeah, that's about it.
Larth, here, have this. And he hands you half bottle. I have lost my taste for this.
Okay.
Are you feeling okay?
Did you drink through whatever was bothering you?
I certainly drank through half of that bottle of mead and lost my taste for it.
Okay.
As for the other, like, philosophical thing that you said, I don't know. Let you give that.
Okay.
War thinks you've been acting weird.
Have been acting weird.
Yeah. I could see where you might get that notion from, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever issues you're going through are fine. Understandable, probably. But we need to not die. So I need you paying attention.
Are we going to a place that we will die?
Probably.
Is that what you think?
Most likely.
Well, the guy said that most people, you know, if we survive and make it back, then he'll show us how to do this thing.
I missed that part. Yeah. Well, no, I am on my game today.
Alright.
Or I will be. Or you.
For the world. In theory. It'll motivate us. Yeah, let's say it's for the world. Let's go. We'll go back inside.
Worth goes back inside, just kind of walks off, leaving Mirwin in view. You just kind of watch him go.
Kind of stretch a little bit more. Get my blood circulating. He's blunt, isn't he?
He is very. I would never be that blunt.
I'm fairly certain you have been. Yeah.
What?
Even blunter.
Yeah.
If Worth is a dull butterlife, you're a hammer.
You are inside and not part of this conversation.
Both of you
Worth
are.
for
I think we
listeners.
have a party of three of very blunt people I know where I am at on this one. But anyways, are you afraid of dying in the heart of the mountain or whatever we are doing for Worth?
No,
We are not.
I think we've been through worse situations. Like those spiders.
Oh, that's not good. If we have to face more spiders, I say that we just turn around.
Yes.
If it is more spiders.
Otherwise, anything else we can handle.
I go find Apache Man.
Right to the kitchen, there is Valthus. Chopping a few vegetables, just kind of sipping his tea. Good morning, Worth. Tell me, how was your night?
Restless.
As I imagined it would be. How is your state of mind, considering your task?
I'm nervous but confident.
Good. But
I'm sure whatever awaits me is going to be very perilous. But frankly, I don't see what choice I have. The task that we have in front of us has to be done. If we don't succeed, then no one succeeds. And turning back to save my life would only prolong the inevitable. It would simply end at a later date, maybe not too much later.
understanding the gravity and the bigger picture is very important. So this is good that you know this and see the context. Then I think you are ready. It only remains to be seen how you do with the test at the heart. If you are all ready, I can show you the way.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Then, I can leave this for later. Follow me. And he leaves. Walks out of the house. Calls the dogs with him, the wolves. And all of you exit, and you, leaving you see Mirwin and you standing there watching you. You guys observe Falthus and Worth exit the house and head toward you.
Suppose you want us to go with you.
That would be nice.
Yeah, we are good to go.
Then come with me. I will care for your horses while you are gone. Worry not.
I give Tinkerbell a pat. We'll be back.
Are you going to give him those inky things? Or
I suppose we have. I pull out face deal ingot. How many do I have?
I think you have one and I have one.
Yeah.
You each of them.
I show
Pull
him
mine out
mine.
too.
Well, would you look at that? He holds it. Ah, pure. Very pure, unworked and forged.
Is that good?
Yeah, it is good. I will hold on to this for you while you are in the mountain. And then if you come back, we will talk about your goal with these. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Beautiful. Alright. Follow me. Makes a quick job at his board. Sets him on an anvil. And back as you follow. He takes you a few hundred feet away from the house, around to an area of large boulders, and before long, you come to a cave entrance. And he says, "This is the way. Go down. There is only a single path to the heart of the mountain. It is not difficult to follow. It is only difficult to reach."
Do you have something to carry the water in? To bring the water back in?
Do none of you have any small vials or jars?
How much do you need?
Not a great deal.
You can drink the rest of the meat that I gave you. And
Yes, a vessel that size would do.
I take a swig of it and then dump the rest out. It wasn't doing you any good.
Alright,
Leo.
and it just feels like a waste, Jack. Maybe he wanted some meat.
9.
All right. So it's a cave, right?
You see cave entrance. It's very dark and it's hard to see further than 60 feet. Rocky and dark within. It looks like it starts to descend a few, not too far in.
I light a lantern.
I do hope to see you soon, Warith.
As do I.
I will be to it then. But he turns and walks off. Summons his woman as well. And they leave and go back to the house.
One bold step in, yeah?
Yes.
After you, man who wants this thing.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I hold up the lantern and I draw my rapier and I go in.
Check for traps.
Let's take a quick break. I gotta pee again. You enter into the cave. And
I forgot to check for traps.
as you go, well, you don't trigger any, so. As you enter into the first few hundred feet, it begins to
Few
descend.
hundred. Good minute.
Oh, that's right. I need to go to the other thing.
The other thing.
It appears to be a very long path descending in a clockwise manner down toward the center of the mountain. Is what it seems like. All right, come on.
Oh, not another
I
winding staircase
was gonna say this may
To
be
the
another
middle
Vault
of
of Ages.
to a dungeon.
This sounds like it's a
Dungeon
mid-vault.
time.
It doesn't sound like it's a vault, it just sounds like it's a cave.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Dungeon time.
Vault of Ages situation.
So here's the thing.
You want
Cover this up a little bit.
you want this to cover it up?
Yeah. Let's do that. Thank you. Alrighty, so.
Can I look now?
Pretty well naked.
Yes. So you are in here. No, not looking at it further. It's not. That's okay. So basically, you start back here. You haven't entered like the main part yet. You You start over here. You enter down a long and winding, very narrow cave passage until you get to a staircase, which is right here.
You want another piece of paper?
Yeah, probably. Here's somebody's dice. There you go.
Yes,
Cute.
Man, I wish I had zoomy eyes.
Yeah, it'll be easier to see the map soon. We can get closer. All right. Stop. Yeah. There we go. All right. So here's the first. You get to the staircase. You descend about 10 feet down and a few steps. Now here the narrow cave passage widens a bit. You get into this this first
You
room.
want another piece of paper?
It's fine at this point. All right, that'll work. And here it starts to look like some of it might be man-made. And at this point, make a perception checks.
15.
17.
I know I pushed the button. 23 or 22.
You notice that there, in some places, there is a good amount of what appears to be guano on the floors.
Of course there is. 'Cause
Looking
why wouldn't
up.
there be?
Bats.
Looking up, it's pretty tall in here, and yeah, there's bats hanging in.
Everybody!
There are bats.
Bats.
We're going to be quiet so the bats do not bother us.
Make stealth checks.
Is this the wilds? It was before we hit staircase.
23.
15.
17.
Oh yeah. So you sneak past the bats in this first room. The second room has stone, some kind of stone tiled floors, and more straight walls. And it is at this point that I know you don't want to say that the world seems to shift.
Oh, right.
And it seems like you have your lamps out, and there's some small natural illumination from cave lichen and stuff, sort of like you saw in the vault. But now the color seems to drain from all that surrounds you. Torchlight seemingly becomes paler. There is an acrid smell that enters your nose. You feel a chill in your bones. It is almost as if this grayscale, shadow-filled place reaches the very joy from your hearts. You feel a deep, morose sadness as life just seems to leach out of this place.
North, I do not want to go.
Yeah, even I don't want to go in here.
Not a great first impression, yeah?
No, not at all. But look at it this way. We're preparing ourselves for the eventual showdown with evil, the face of evil itself. We are, when you trained with the monks, and you fought and punched sticks and dummies and whatnot, didn't that sort of build up calluses on your fists and numb yourself to the pain of striking things?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe this is a similar effect. We'll train ourselves.
You were looking for calluses then, yeah?
Yes. Training ourselves not to be afraid of the evil we have to face one day. And if that doesn't work, that's the best I got.
It is awful hopeful for someone that did not just have the life drained from them like you did.
I've had to stare death in the face before.
I'm going to stare death in the face again, is your next words.
What choice? You know what? We're here now. We gotta go. We gotta do this.
Oh, actually, you have to do this. We don't have to.
You're not helping, Mary.
This is for your thing that you want.
Which could help us fight the scary guy.
Which may or may not help you.
And we have to learn about this stuff to fight. We have to know our enemy.
True.
Okay.
Roll a persuasion check.
Also, we're already here now, so I don't know what else to do. But go forward.
So you guys stop in this room, and as you feel this feeling and see these sights and sounds of this changed world, you kind of have this little discussion and decide to move to the next room.
There's tiles on the floor though?
I mean, yeah, there's kind of like a stone floor here in this room.
I check for traps.
I look at Laura.
Is there any sort of pattern in the tiles?
Make an investigation check.
15.
You look at, as you begin to walk forward to the next, into the next part of the cave, you get the sense that this last tile is a little bit different than the others.
Stop. Something's funky with that. My hink meter's going off.
Your hink meter is going off. There must be something seriously wrong with whatever is in whatever is that.
Don't touch that tile, that spot.
You want us to just jump over it, or you need to do something about it, yeah?
You would need to jump over it at this point.
We'll jump over it.
Okay, you go first. Make a. I'm blanking on jumping right now.
Athletics?
Athletics or aerobics?
Yeah, athletics.
Aerobics.
Oh, aerobics! Oh, yeah! Work it!
Acrobatic!
11.
I knew it started
Yeah,
with
it's
A.
not a long jump. You can just. It's like 5 feet. You hop it.
I shouldn't, yeah. That shouldn't be anything too bad for me.
It's nothing for you.
What did you say how big it was?
Oh, it's like 5-ish feet across.
Even James can jump that.
Maybe 6 feet.
Okay, 7.
Okay, 20.
I guess, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, you can make acrobatics if you want to do a handstand or
Aerobics.
something.
I rolled athletics and I got a 21.
Alright, you all
I
leap
rolled
this.
24.
You leap this fairly easy thing that probably shouldn't even require a check, but you go over it
It was fun anyway.
to the other side and look back, and there's the. You're looking at it.
But it would have been really
You
funny if one
avoided
of us rolled
something.
bad.
And I make a mental note of where it was, so I'm way back.
Okay.
You have not been good at making mental notes of things. You want to have that knowing?
Well, we can both make mental notes. I'm trying to work on it.
Alright. You proceed.
I knew exactly how to get this to go move forward. I started to take my mask off.
The passage becomes narrower and then widens again until you get into a larger chamber, much larger. The ceiling is very high. However, this narrow passage descends quite a bit further into the mountain. It's quite steep. You have to kind of ease yourself down. The rocks begin to slide past you.
Rocks fall, we all die.
As you go down. And this chamber, there are 2 very large pillars connecting ground to ceiling, you see. And you enter and step about right there when you hear a sound. You hear this blood-curdling howl. Just this like... They should all make wisdom saving throws.
Goodness.
7.
14.
19.
You and Mirwin and Warith succeed. You guys hear this and just freeze for a second, and then you steel yourselves. But Bew, this gets to you. Gets to your insides. This sound, this mortal sound.
Oh, my guts.
And you are frightened for 1 minute. You cannot move forward. You have
Why?
to.
See you outside.
No, what? Bew. Wait.
Did you just hear the thing?
I did. But I know.
No, nothing.
I know what kind of man you are. You have stared death in the face. You have entered the deepest, darkest hole in the world. You have faced certain death from blood vines.
It's true.
You have faced scary men on wyverns, living trees that tried to kill you multiple times.
Are you trying to
You
just talk off the frightened?
Yeah, kind of.
Talk about it.
I don't have inspiration in the words or whatever it's
You're just
called.
trying to talk for a minute so this thing wears off. Can
I-
feel good about yourself?
Can I roll a persuasion check against you? I don't know.
You've been talking to him for nearly a minute now.
Warth can talk for a minute.
At the
very
end of it,
easily.
you come down a little bit. Catch your breath.
I'm coming down.
You catch your breath, and
I like that.
what he said makes a little bit of sense. It's still not ideal going forward, but
I feel more that like I've just naturally stopped being afraid of it because I haven't heard anything else for a minute now, and that could have just been the wind. Not so much that you did anything there.
I guess we'll never know.
We probably will pretty soon when either we face something or we do not.
and it is at this point.
Dang it.
Those of you with dark vision notice that it's not working.
Ah!
Everything is dark. Your lamplight is this pale lamplight, this wispy light is the only thing that's illuminating. You cannot see even in grayscale beyond it. It's like the shadows of this place are just too strong.
I eat one of the bioluminescent mushrooms that I still have.
Okay.
Will that help?
That's the one that
I have one
It's
of
from
those
the Vault of
too.
Ages, I think.
doubles the distance of your dark vision?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
God dang, I wasted it. Where is that?
You wait a second, and although you see his eyes light up just a little bit,
Mine just says amplifies dark vision. I didn't put how much or
it
anything.
doubles the distance.
Oh, okay.
Although you see his eyes light just dimly, it has no effect. Still, the shadows are just too heavy.
Oh, you better keep going.
Do you have a torch that you can light? I think we had a lantern, yeah?
My lantern's lit.
Is
You had a-
it doing anything at all?
It's the only thing doing anything, apparently.
Yeah, I'll light one of my torches.
And it feels like even your lantern light is almost suppressed a little bit.
Do you want a torch too?
Yeah, might as well. Are you trusting me with another one even though I threw it at the small 8 things, yeah?
I have plenty.
Yeah, okay. I will take another one.
I want to sense Fey essence again.
Okay. You feel a massive a surge in your mind. You can't tell a direction or anything, and you don't actually see a glow in your vision or anything like that. But it feels a lot like when you were on Temple Island.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say anything to them.
I thought that when you said that the world shifted in that room. It's like a combination of the Temple Island and the World Regis.
Great. Two places we almost died.
Guess where you are now? That was the Feywild. This is
The Fey Cavern?
the other place.
Oh.
The Shadowfell.
Oh boy.
I don't know what any of that.
Basically,
Me neither.
it's sort of another alternate dimension,
Of course it is.
kind of, that happens around months.
That's what I was trying to figure out if we were near. Figure out that. Okay.
All right. So you have successfully gained your courage enough to at least slink forward, and as you continue through this chamber slowly, make perception checks.
13.
7.
14.
There are more of these bats, and you hear now a little bit of ahead, above you. And there's at least there's a lot of bats, and they're just up ahead, up in the caverns. You want to continue past them?
Quietly.
Yes.
Yes.
Stealth checks.
And I would also like to check for traps.
Okay, stealth and investigation then.
The stealth was 22.
19.
The checking for traps was a natural 1.
You see no traps, you just see lots of bat poop.
There's bat poop.
The
Guys.
trap is the bad poop. 14 on myself.
Okay. You get up as far as this second pillar here, rising from floor to ceiling, and you have successfully evaded alerting any of these bats, which you now notice are quite large,
Of course they are.
on the ceiling. You begin to sneak around past there, and there's probably more than a second group of bats all in here. Please make more stealth checks.
I'm gonna roll my real dice. Ooh.
8.
24.
12.
You guys continue to just stepping very lightly around that second pillar. But Merwin, your foot scrapes against that pillar and a rock falls off from it onto the ground, and you hear up above you. And before you know it, you feel movement on and around you. And does a 17 hit.
Yes.
You feel like two fangs bite into your flesh, and more attempt, and you feel then this like seizing feeling, and you suffer 3 points of piercing damage and 1 point of poison damage.
So 4 total, right?
So 4 total. As this bat just swoops down and takes a
Wait, what did you say? Piercing and...
Poison.
3 piercing, 1 poison.
Because I'm resistant to poison.
Then you don't take any poison damage.
I'd take out my rapier and try to get them off her. Try to
Yeah,
hack
okay.
at them.
You're basically next in this soft initiative. Go ahead and make an attack. Make an attack roll.
Don't hit me.
Yes.
It's dark.
It's very dark.
21.
You take a swipe and you feel your blade contact, and you see blood fly, and you cleave one bat in half and feel more motion past that and cleave at least the wing off another. You feel a few slices as you go after this horde of bats that's flying down around upon you.
Bats.
I want to say things, but
What was the damage on it?
oh, right, damage. I didn't roll damage yet.
Technically, you get sneak since they're within 5 feet of her.
So that's
No more bats in this cavern. One slide.
that's 6 plus 19.
Okay, so you take the first swipe and you just like shing, and then on the on the rebound, pulling it back, you get like another couple of them, and you end up with like the end of a bat's wing just impaled on the end of the rapier, and you do away with several bats as soon as they descend upon your wing. You're there with these rapier strikes. Yeah, you eliminated the bats.
I want to take. I guess it's kind of dark and hard to see, but I want to look closer at the bat wing. Is there anything special about it that I can tell?
Make an investigation check.
It's impaled on your knife. Just carry your knife around till we get it to the sunlight.
16.
It's a large bat, quite possibly of. It's not necessarily a species you've seen before. It's probably native to this realm.
It's not like some sort of a weird freaky bat. It's just a big scary bat.
Just a big scary bat.
Freaky simple. Piss off, bat.
Alright. So,
I check for traps again.
okay, as you continue forward,
Natural 25-ness.
there doesn't seem to be any traps, but there is definitely another group of bats ahead and behind, and these bats have been alerted. The ones behind you don't seem to be coming towards you, but the ones ahead are definitely awake by the noise and the commotion.
Higher stealth DC, possibly.
Yes.
Alright,
You'll see.
gotta be real quiet now.
Alright, going ahead.
But I keep my rapier drawn.
You keep the rapier drawn. You guys quietly step very softly, hug the walls, make stealth checks.
17.
19.
9.
No, this is the bats know all of you are there. They just at least 3 different groups of them just descend upon you guys. Roll initiative.
21. Oh, you're gonna do your thing.
I will call for it. Yes, 25 to 20.
Oh yeah. 21.
20.
Stupid bats, devil faces, flying rats.
And what was yours? Or sorry, 20 and 15.
20.
20 as well. All right. So you and Yerwin will share an initiative slot.
No, I'm guessing bats will be
Yeah, it's bats.
bats.
Bats. Okay.
Do you think the war paint on my face will work on these things?
If you use
I
your,
intimidated the
use
bats.
your strength.
Do you think the bats can even see you?
Alright, what? You are on top initiative.
Alright, I'm going to swing wildly at these stupid bats.
Bats with bats.
Well, not swing. I'm going to attack the bats with my rapier. Yeah, that was a 16.
16 hits.
12 damage. Is there a speak on this?
12 damage.
If they can't see my war paint, they probably can't see you attacking them.
Maybe we're flanking them. I don't know.
Yeah, technically, you're all really, really packed in there, so yes, you would get sneak damage.
Woo!
They are right there.
That's 12 plus 15.
Good job.
So this first group of bats, you're ready for them this time, and
7.
as they come towards you, you're ready with the rapier, and you just quick strikes, just impaling and slicing these bats straight through as they try to dive and bite you. It's- Mirwin and Bew, in whatever order you please.
I'm gonna swing my axe at him.
All right.
I'm gonna hit them with a stick. We're gonna do it in equal succession of each
Yes.
other.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna have a rage.
This is gonna be like Captain America and Thor in Endgame when they're fighting.
Yes. Just trading strikes.
And turning and then being like, I'm gonna look behind me and poke a bat. Just poke it with the stick that was about to attack me or win. And yeah, we're doing it at the same time.
Yes. All
And
right.
we've never been more succinct.
All right. Make some rolls.
It's a 17 hit.
Yes, it does.
So it's 25 hit.
Yes, it does.
Dang.
Oh, you're gonna waste these bats.
Does
Yeah.
do I have advantage for any reason?
Yeah, you're flanking, so sure. You're all flanking the bats.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, it does. Whew.
Okay, so for my first 2 strikes, it is a total of 15 points of damage. To the bats, to the bats, to the bats, to the bats.
11 points of damage.
Sorry. So you're the clusters that come at you. You get up with the stick, slap one out of the air. When you hit it down with your shield, and just with the axe take like 3 more bats out. Just bat blood just covering. You take the shield and just slam down one more onto the ground, just flattening it. And you guys, what was the damage numbers?
15.
11.
Okay.
These were both my
You hit
attacks.
almost all of the bats.
And my second hit was 14.
Okay. That's 14 damage.
No, 14 to hit.
Okay, that one does not hit.
Ah, now I know the AC is 15, I think.
15 or 16. Yeah.
All right, it's the remaining bat's turn. Who will come down and make an attack. That's a 13 to hit against Spew.
Miss. Bad miss.
Nope. The last few
Pull it away.
the last few bats, a couple of them try to go back at you, just pull them out of the way, and we're back to your top initiative.
I want to murder the rest of these bats. I will attack them with a pointy object. 17.
It's
And, so that's 5 plus 17.
Whew, yeah, the bats are gone. Yeah, the last couple, one just flies back over Bew's head, and you intercept it with a slash, and the bat comes in two. And the last one, you spear to the ground and flick it off the end of your sword. And you have soundly defeated the bats.
I would like very much to not do that again.
It was not so bad. We just hit them.
Yeah. But whatever else we have to hit next time might be far scarier than a bat.
Well, it was your idea to come down here, so.
Yeah. I check for traps in front of me.
All right.
As you put the mask on, I know what's coming.
Investigation check as you enter into this part, which now begins to descend steeply as well.
15.
15. Doesn't appear to be any traps.
Oh wait, you were just doing for traps. I rolled just to look around. So
And continuing on here,
it don't matter.
you reach the staircase, descends, it's longer than it looks in the picture, descends about 25-30 feet. And you are going, and you sense you're still going in this clockwise motion downwards, and like this corkscrew down toward the middle of the mountain. You enter this large chamber. And in here, in the light of the lamps, you see that there are holes in the ground, almost like burrows.
I whisper, spider caves, spider homes.
And you hear
Turn.
you hear the howl again. Oh, wisdom saving throws.
Much better. 17.
19.
Save.
4.
Not safe. This time it hits you, Mirwin. It's closer now, and it pierces your ears, and you are frightened. You cower between your friends at the entrance to this room, and you see then blinking into vision before you sets of red eyes in the darkness. And that's where we're gonna have to end tonight's session. I gotta go pick up something for Mariah. So,
You think by next week